The Raptors filled to capacity. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. You can feel the energy here in Toronto. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. So much excitement as we tip off the season. Steve, as a player, did you get butterflies on opening night?
You know, Kevin, I remember my rookie year, that first game. We were playing the New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. I mean, the butterflies were flying. And even in my last season, the 14th season, the butterflies were the same. It's something about opening night. It's just special. And no matter whether you're a rookie or you've been in the league 14, 15 years, those butterflies still kick in.
And it tells me you love the game, Steve, even as much your last season as you did in your first season.
And I think it also, Kevin, to add to that, you respect your opponent even in year 14, 15.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Ntilikina. Robinson is out there with Vonleh. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Dotson in at the small forward position. And he knocks down the first one.
This Toronto offense have been going through a transition the last few years. The team used to take a lot of mid-range shots and run a lot of ISOs. They switched to more of a ball movement-oriented style, and it paid off.
Good on both. Along with the Raptors' decrease in isolations, the amount of threes jumped up as well.
So true. 38% of shots last year were threes. Raptors took the third most threes in the league last season. We'll see if that trend continues this season, but there has clearly been a shift in how they want to play.
6 to shoot. Here's Ntilikina. Sinks the triple.
And the key for Ntilikina is shooting with confidence, especially when it comes to his perimeter game.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I was able to talk with David Fizdale for just a moment. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays, whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, nice work. Holding this offense in check will not be a simple job today.
Especially if they're allowed to get off to a quick start. If they get into a rhythm right away, it's almost impossible to get them out of it.
This team, they like to attack quickly before the defense gets set, so you have to be ready for that and be fast to get back on every possession.
Passes to Hardaway. Pass to Dotson. Goes back up. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Here's Siakam. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. A three from Leonard. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Here's Ntilikina. A 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta. The pass to Vonleh. In the corner, Hardaway with it. With the teardrop, Green with the rebound. Raptors with the lead. Here's Siakam. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And let's take a look at Kyle Lowry's numbers. Coming off a terrific season, put up about 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Leonard with the steal. Goes up, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Here's Ntilikina. 6 points for him. Hardaway from outside. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
Outside, Green. He kicks it to Valanciunas. The fader. Dotson with the rebound. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Many scouts were surprised by Leonard's quick development, his ability to improve his skills and shot as fast as he did. But the truth is, he was always a very hard worker, dating back to his amateur days.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Valanciunas. A very nice season for him last year. 8th in field goal percentage, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Now, here's Vonleh. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Ntilikina can't hit. But we're talking about Leonard. In college, he put himself through a really tough regimen.
You know, he would be up and out the house by 5 a.m. He'd work out and run basketball drills, usually by himself. This was a part of his daily routine before going to class.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Here's Dotson, looking for his first basket still in this one. The teardrop falls in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Lowry finds Valanciunas outside for Lowry. Takes the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Knicks trail by 7. Ntilikina passes to Dotson. Back to Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ntilikina. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Toronto leading by 7. And here's Green outside. Robinson pulls it in.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Here's Hardaway. Green with the block.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there. It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Knicks trail by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Dotson. He's covered by Leonard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Smitty, no doubt you had an outstanding jump shot. Talk about the difference in approach when you're a catch-and-shoot guy versus a pull-up off the dribble shooter.
Yeah, catch and shoot is obviously totally different mechanics, Kevin. You're waiting for somebody to pass it. You're obviously getting your mind set to be able to get yourself in position, get your feet right, and obviously shooting the basketball. Pulling up off the dribble, sometimes it tends to what the defense gives you. And that is an art to see guys like Steph and those guys, Kevin Durant and LeBron, who's added that, to being able to be comfortable shooting the basketball off the dribble. That is the hardest part about shooting it, pulling up off the dribble versus catch and shoot.
So as a great shooter, you think that is just, that's the very top, but your admiration is very high for guys that can do that well.
Yeah, because you don't have time to get your feet set and get your mechanics right when the ball is in the air versus having it in your hand.
Now here's Leonard. He had 25 points in the win against the Kings in Sacramento.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Ntilikina. Now recovering. Outside Hardaway. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got 6 points.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Lowry. That shot no good. And New York will come the other way. Pass to Ntilikina. It's stolen by Lowry. Ibaka against Robinson. Shots good by Ibaka. He has 5.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors. And some changes here for the Raptors. Anunoby, he's checked in for Siakam. Norman Powell comes in for Green, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. And now, here's Hazonia. Here's Burke. Swiped away. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And another basket for Toronto.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Passes it to Hazonia. Here's Trier. He's covered by Leonard. Fast break. Here they come. And the dunk by Powell.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
And so it's New York with it after the Raptors pick up 2.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Toronto has possession. Here's VanVleet. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Clock is at 3. From deep. Raptors get it back and a new 24. Anunoby, good.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And now, here's Hazonia. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Pass to Powell. Sure with the rebound.
Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
To halt the run, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Knicks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
2.
That free throw good from Thomas. The Raptors making a switch here. Miles is checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas. More and more teams are emphasizing the transition game, Steve. What do you think it takes to be successful at that?
No, I think it comes down in a transition game if you have players, not just the point guard or the guy assigned to handling the basketball the most, when you have a lot of unselfish players. And what I mean by that is not a lot of guys can pass. You'd love to have that, Kevin, but also guys that will run and understand they won't get the bucket, but because they run and take a defender, that they allow a driving lane for their teammate to be able to score.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Back to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through as Serge himself at the rim.
Here's Trier, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Toronto, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
Free throw good, Miles. Here's Burke. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Trier, guarded by Powell. Outside for Thomas. Jacks up a three. Toronto grabs the miss. And here is Ibaka. 14 points from him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Thomas. Cantor with it. Dishes to Burke. Releases. And too long on the shot.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. It's Powell on the wing. Clock at 6. Out to Ibaka. Hits the three-point bomb. Ibaka's got 10.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
I love when a team comes out and establishes a three-point shot. Opens up the drive for later on.
Back to Burke. And there's the pass to Hazanya. To stop the run. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Van Vliet looking around. Pass to Miles. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Toronto. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you shortly. Making his mark in Toronto, guard Kyle Lowry talked about the pioneers of Canadian basketball, like Vince Carter.
Vince Carter really changed the game of basketball in Canada. He created something that is forever lasting, and I think the game of basketball in Canada owes him a lot because he really brought the buzz to the game of basketball in Canada.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Carter's exciting style of play, GA, really energized the whole country.
And playing basketball in a hockey town isn't easy, but Carter really helped get this city and country energized about the game of basketball.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Trier. Thomas is out there with Hazonia. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Cantor in at center. We always hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. Talk a little bit about the unique bond that you NBA players, Steve, share.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that brotherhood is something special, Kevin, because there are guys that's going through some of the same situations you've been through, especially when you get a chance to talk to some of the veterans. And then the younger guys, when you become a vet, you share all that knowledge. And then what I love about it, that brotherhood, even when you retire, you get a chance to still keep in touch, and you see the evolutions of a lot of those players' families. You see their kids grow, and you love to still be a part of that unique situation.
Now here's Powell. Van Vliet passes to Powell. And Ibaka kicks to Powell. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And again, Toronto with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Burke can't get it to go.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Ibaka. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Hey, Smitty, with Serge Ibaka, you can bet when the games matter the most, he's going to be locked in.
Yeah, he can be inconsistent during the regular season, but he has another gear he can shift to in the playoffs, and they need that from him. He gives you intensity on both ends, and he can stretch the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Serge Ibaka, known for his defense since he came into the league. Still a very capable shot blocker. He has good strength, and he can guard post players much bigger than him.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. He hits both from the stripe. Well, with Ibaka, it's the toughness. He's definitely a scrapper for the team.
And that role goes beyond just banging bodies down low. He'll get into the face of opposing players, and he can get in their heads as well. It's just part of the role that he plays for this team.
Now, here's Cantor. 17 points for him last game against Atlanta.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
And the Raptors with the ball after New York gets the three. Van Vliet kicks to Valanciunas. Doesn't go that time. And New York will come the other way. Passes it to Trier. Puts up a three. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Ibaka, the pass to Van Vliet. Poked loose. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Trier. Guarded by Powell. The shot by Trier, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Van Vliet. Inside. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Knicks. And now here's Hazonia. Defense right on him. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. Hardaway's checked in for New York. New York calls timeout.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Green comes in for Fred VanVleet. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Hardaway kicks to Vonleh. 6 on the shot clock. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside for Lowry. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Lowry gets more and more comfortable launching threes the longer he's in the league.
New York's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Vonleh, the pass to Robinson. Over to the left wing. Here's Ntilikina. Lowry covering and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And let's check out the stats for Hardaway. Last season's performance for him. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Valanciunas and another basket for Toronto.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Robinson misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Lowry.
Come on, shoot!
Kicks it to Valanciunas. Over Robinson. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 6 points for Valanciunas.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now the pass to Hardaway. Now here's Vonleh. Back to Hardaway. They need this one. Good. He hits the jump shot. Hardaway has got 8.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Lowry finds Valanciunas. Robinson with the block. Here's Dotson. Offline with his 3.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Here's Siakam. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
You know, he attracts a lot of defensive attention, and that enables Lowry to create open looks for his teammates.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Now here's Vonleh. He's guarded closely. Green against Hardaway. And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. On defense, Toronto. Robinson kicks to Hardaway. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Hardaway has got 5 points in the quarter. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Kings. Now here's Leonard. He's covered closely. Robinson with the block. Pass to Vonleh to the middle. The shot's good from Ntilikina. He's got 8.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Lowry kicks to Green. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Shoots a fader, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 8. Here's Dotson. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
Lowry finds Valanciunas. Now Lowry He had 16 points in the win against Sacramento.
Lowry doing a good job of looking to include his teammates.
New York's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Hardaway passes to Vonleh. For the 3. And Valanciunas pulls it down. The Raptors have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Robinson with the block. Here's Dotson. No good on the triple. Toronto's shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Lowry's shot is good.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
New York's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Ntilikina kicks to Robinson. Here's Vonleh. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And that one misses. Well, Smitty, we saw with Jonas Valanciunas, the Lithuanian big man, shooting more threes last season.
Valanciunas saw all the other centers in this league add a three-pointer and wanted in on the action as well. Only took about 1 a game, but he shot over 40%.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, you know, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night. Has an array of go-to moves and the endurance to keep on coming.
Here's Ntilikina. 8 points for him. And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
The first one falls.
And the size, quickness, and defense of Ntilikina reminds some of a young Sean Livingston, a unique point guard with a promising future.
And the Raptors making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Lowry. He's got 14. Passes it to Anunoby. Left side, Leonard. Knicks with the rebound. Dotson's got 4 rebounds in this game. From the top of the key. Good. Nice play there from Vonleh. Vonleh's got 6.
Well, not the best look they can get, but at the end of the day, it's all about shot making.
Lowry kicks to Anunoby. There's the dish to Leonard. Poke loose. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And the Kawhi Leonard drama finally came to an end last offseason with a trade that sent him from the San Antonio Spurs north to Toronto.
And you have to wonder, is this a high-priced one-year rental for Kawhi? Before the trade, Kawhi made it known that he wants to play in L.A. Toronto has a lot to offer, but hard to compete with the idea of what he and LeBron might be able to accomplish playing together.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go now.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Toronto. And New York with a change here, too. Thomas is checked in. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Outside Hardaway. No good with the triple.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Anunoby. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Kings in Sacramento.
Also, you have to mention the rebounding, another area where he excelled.
And Leonard gets it to go.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
Ntilikina kicks to Thomas. Pass to Robinson. This one for three. The shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Dotson, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Leonard. He's got 19. Ibaka finds Lowry, and he gets it to go. Lowry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
And the pass to Robinson. Some nice passing by New York here.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. To the inside, Anunoby. Leonard trying to break free.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
New York's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Robinson against Ibaka. Hardaway with a wide-open look. And he's good on the 3-ball. Hardaway has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for New York. Green passes to Anunoby. Back to Green. Pass to Lowry. The 3. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
No doubt about it. He's been a monster from deep.
By and large, defenders have done a poor job of running him off his spots. That's why he keeps firing.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 10. Robinson dishes to Hardaway. Knocked loose. 6 to shoot. Here's Dotson. Defended by Ibaka. Dotson can't hit. Over in the corner, Green. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. Tries from 16. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Left side Lowry. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
And he just plays with such intensity on defense. Love watching Ntilikina be an absolute pest on that end.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The 3-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kyle Lowry had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 19 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What we've seen in this half, Kyle Lowry's complete arsenal on the offensive end. No one's stopping him off the dribble, and he's in sync with his jump shot. What I like most of all, though, the bulldog mentality. He's imposing his will out there on the backcourt.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. If they're serious about cutting into this deficit, it's gut check time. Ugh, you hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. Ugh, you got to check your gut, Ernie. Ugh, gut check time, Ernie.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back to Toronto, where the gigantic CN Tower dominates the skyline. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
The Knicks shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Green. Following the missed shot by Noah Vonleh. Valanciunas. Great positioning on the putback.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Dotson. He's covered by Leonard. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. Hardaway for 3.
Coming after like a pit bull, Danny will get in your shirt and stop you cold.
The steal. They're running. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, what a nice play. Just a coast-to-coaster by himself off of that steal.
For New York, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw, no good. Now here's Leonard. Defense right on him. Got that one up quick. And it's now 22 points for Kyle Lowry.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Robinson misses.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Well, Smitty, when it comes to Danny Green, this guy's got a lot of courage. We know that. The man lives with 2 enormous boa constrictors.
Jade and Lightning, those are their names. He's had Jade since his days at North Carolina. Said that given his busy schedule, snakes were just a lot easier to take care of than other pets.
And he makes the first.
And though he's a physical, tough-minded individual, Danny Green's averaged less than 1 free throw attempt per game over his career. That's surprising.
So he gets them both. The Knicks have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Valanciunas passes to Siakam. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Ntilikina. While recovering.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
They pounded the glass every time down the floor, and it's clear that they want to win that rebounding battle.
Up by a bunch, he's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Hardaway for three. Rebound by the Raptors. Down low. The shot by Lowry, no good.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Here's Dotson. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Ntilikina, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Ntilikina's got 12 points in the game. Green against Hardaway. Right side, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. Knicks with the rebound. Dotson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Robinson goes in. Ntilikina kicks to Robinson. Passes it to Vonleh. And the foul called on Danny Green. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, what a terrible foul there. The shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Norman Powell's checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Azania. Hits the three-point bomb. Azania's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Powell. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. It's rebounded by New York.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
Vonleh's shot is good. Vonleh's got his third basket of the night right there.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
Siakam passes to Leonard. Over Hazonia. And Leonard gets it to go.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Burke kicks to Hardaway. Hazonia with the ball. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Hazania's got 5 points so far.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Oh, the lob to Valanciunas. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Getting off his feet quickly, Valanciunas on the receiving end.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Outside Hardaway. Here's Burke. His three-pointers off the mark. In Toronto, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And it's Leonard missing.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Cantor finds Burke. And it's in there. Burke's got his second basket of the night.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Here's VanVleet. Burke covering. Right side, Leonard. It's rebounded by New York. Now, here's Vonleh. He's got 8. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Raptors.
And this is a high-powered offense today, clicking on all cylinders, making things happen, and also good use of the 3-ball.
Gentlemen,
just enough to keep the defense off balance.
And that one misses. And some changes here for the Raptors. Baca comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's C.J. Miles in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Trier, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. He hits the second from the line. So it's Toronto now. VanVleet kicks to Ibaka. Stolen by Cantor. Vonleh, the pass to Hezonja. Shoots over Miles. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
No one covering. 15 points for Serge Ibaka.
Sound shot mechanics for Serge. He has confidence shooting it from out there.
Kicks to Cantor. Burke looking over the floor. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. In Toronto, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Siakam. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. 5th on the list, Enes Kanter.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
He misses the free throw. The Knicks making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
Here's Van Vliet after Enes Kanter's basket, and Ibaka slams it in.
Having a tremendous game here. Ibaka's been on fire, and the defense has failed to adjust.
Now here's Burke. D right on him. The 3 from Thomas. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a 3-point shot to his repertoire.
Here's Burke after Toronto at the 3-pointer. Here's Siakam. 6 points for him. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
When you have a huge lead, it's easy to get sloppy on offense. They haven't fallen into that trap.
Great open look there. Thomas got 5.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Trading bombs from beyond the arc is getting personal.
The pass to Miles. He kicks it to Ibaka. Over Cantor. Ibaka, no luck. New York shooting for the game at 42%. Fires the 3. And Hezonja gets it to go. He's got 8. Toronto's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the 3rd quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Pass to Powell. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Powell, that's good.
Nice pass. Not really known as a natural facilitator, but Ibaka has the experience at this point to execute these plays.
Here's Trier. He has 5. Now Cantor. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Ibaka, the pass to Van Vliet. Plays it up and banks it in. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Here's Trier. He dishes it to Thomas. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Tries again. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes to Trier. Here's Burke. Cantor trying to free himself up. And again, New York with the triple.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Pass to Powell. Here's Siakam. Back to Powell. A rebound by Hazanya.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Inside, lets it fly. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
A moment now to see the numbers for Cantor. Coming off a terrific season. 5th in field goal percentage. And he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. No good on that one. And some changes here for the Raptors. Anunoby, he's checked in for Siakam. And it's Green in for C.J. Miles. Then for the Knicks, Dotson's checked in. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Burke. And he's good on the second. 1:30 left in the third quarter of the game. For New York, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Here's Van Vliet. He's got 7. That's tipped. Here's Trier. Down low. Thomas kicks to Dotson. Green with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's tipped, and he gets it back. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. That one rolling around and rims out. And so Thomas will bring it up for New York. Here's Dotson. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Lowry kicks to Green. Back to Lowry. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good.
What I love about Kyle Lowry, he had trouble getting along with coaches early in his career, but made the change and has thrived ever since.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. New York's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Here's Trier. 5 points in the game. No good. And so it's the Toronto Raptors up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Lance Thomas out there with Baker. Then it's Moutier, and it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. He gets it in there. 26 points for Kyle Lowry.
And there are guys who can drive like Lowry, but not many that can shoot as well, too. That's what opens up his penetration game.
Anunoby passes to Wright. Can't connect from short range. The Knicks shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's Trier. Drops it in from 11 feet. And here's Lowry. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
Moutier passes to Trier. From the stripe. That one a little long.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Right side Lowry. Now here's Wright. Defense is right there. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Now here is Monroe. Richardson dishes to Lowry. Kicks to Wright. To the paint. Monroe down low. And he banks in the layup.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Moutier with the ball. Cornette passes to Trier. He feeds it to Thomas. And then Thomas with the dunk.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Lowry kicks to Wright. There's the pass to Monroe. Richardson finds Lowry. Misses off the right iron. And so Thomas will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Moutier with the basket.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Out to Monroe. NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom 3 teams all have the same odds for the top 3 spots now. and it will be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for New York. Free throw drops for Wright.
Kyle Lowry, the Villanova alum, does everything you want from a point guard. Very complete player on both ends of the floor.
Trier passes to Cornette. Vonleh at the elbow. Pass to Moutier from beyond the arc. And again, New York with the triple. For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And Wright kicks to Monroe. Passes it to Richardson. They get it back. Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Steve, looking around the league, name a few current players who you think will go down as the greatest in their franchise's history.
Well, the one name that comes to mind first is LeBron James. In several franchises he's played for. Also, Dirk Nowitzki. Reason why he's a fantastic player. He's only been with one franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. I think Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook. And I think James Harden. Obviously, in Houston, you have Akeem Olajuwon. He has a chance if he can win the MVP and keep playing at this level for several more years.
Good examples. Now, here's Valanciunas. A rebound by Hazanya. Inside, here's Baker. Can't get the reverse layup to fall. Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. The drive by Monroe. Here's Richardson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Here's Baker. Pass to Hazanya. Vonleh with it. Monroe on him. Vonleh, the pass to Hazanya. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Moutier, and Moutier throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Now here's Wright. And there's the pass to Anunoby. He kicks to Monroe. Over Vonleh. Monroe, no good. The Knicks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Cornette passes to Baker. Now here's Moutier, guarded by Wright. Pass to Vonleh. Here's Baker. A baseline J. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it to Valanciunas. To the paint. Here's Wright. Back to Valanciunas. Now here's Richardson. He's guarded closely. New York shooting it well here in the 4th quarter. 50%. To the inside. Cornette can't get it to go.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Anunoby passes to Wright. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Richardson, and a switcher also for New York. Burks is checked in. Here's Valanciunas, passes it to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Here's Burke. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Hazanya. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games, but I think overall just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree. Monroe outside. Down low. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Burke. The wide open look here for Vonleh. Misses the three. And stolen by Burke. The drive by Cantor. Baker in the corner. There's the pass to Vonleh. Now here's Burke. Guarded closely. Clock at 6. 20 feet out. Offensive rebound. And Cantor throws it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Now here's Miles. Makes it off the glass.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pass to Hazanya. Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call, referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. A different look for New York. Cornette's checked in, and it's Trier in for Baker. Off the inbound, and it comes off the front of the rim. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Now here's Powell. Defense right on him. Now here's Miles. Here's Van Vliet. No good on the triple. Hazanya kicks to Burke. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Trier. There's the 3. But they get it back. Back to Hazanya. With the clock winding down and finished off by Hazanya.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyle Lowry.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's Valanciunas. Knicks with the rebound. Now Cantor. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Monroe. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And here is Powell. And Monroe kicks to Miles. Here's Van Vliet. Shoots over Burke. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin, with Danny Green. And Danny, we know how good a shooter you are, obviously, but you have really incorporated defense into your game. Now, how important is it for you to show up at that end?
Very important. I mean, it helped the team a lot. My job really is come in, bring defense, and a lot of energy.
Well, mission accomplished for you tonight, Danny. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.